Many of us spend a significant portion of our lives at our workplace. This is where we contribute to society. We face some of the major challenges. But then, how do we live our lives and express our faith without compromising our own values? I mean, how do we bring our faith into our places of work without compromising our core values, without kicking against what the work environment said? Because I'm very sure that not every one of us are allowed to talk about our faith in our places of work. You must understand and know that your place of work is like a mission field, is your own mission field where you have the opportunity to express the love of God, to express the character of God, to radiate His glory, and to exude all of the fruit of the Spirit, so that when people see you, they understand that these are the characters of God. This is the attitude that a good person should have. I know it's not easy, but as an ambassador of Christ, you have been given the grace and you have been enabled to do all of those things because of the impact of the Holy Spirit upon you and within you. Colossians 3:23 to 24 reminds us of something very significant. It says that you are working for the Lord. So ultimately, this changes, or this should impact your thinking. This should change the narrative for you. You are not doing anything because of human recognition. You are not doing anything for promotion. You are ultimately working for God, and this should change your attitude, your disposition, everything about you, in the way you react to, you respond, not react this time, the way you respond to things, in the way you treat people, your colleagues, and situations around you, because you understand that this is a mission field. This is an opportunity to bring God, to bring Christ, to bring your faith. So you don't want to jeopardize that with things that are unworthy, like your character, like your responses to situations, or in your relationship with friends and colleagues. So in that in mind, you want to strive for excellence. You want to do things differently. I know it's not easy, because a lot of people would think that, oh, this person is doing extra. Let them call you extra. This person is, David's siblings said he was actually doing extra. A lot of people will think that you're doing extra, but that's okay, because it's not for human recognition. You are obeying the law of the Lord. It says, whatever you do, do it unto the Lord. So you are ultimately working for God. So you want to put in excellence. You want to put in perfection as much as you can, because the God that you serve is a God of a perfection, and He has commanded us to be perfect, to be holy. So what are the few things that you can do to change the narrative, to make sure that you are maximizing the opportunity of this mission ground, which is your place of work? Number one is integrity. Let people know you for your ethical conduct. Let people know you that when you say yes, it is yes. When they hear you say no, you actually mean no. I have a colleague that people already, I know from the onset that this one does not, she doesn't do black and white. Sometimes it's not very comfortable for us to say yes or to say no. But this one, she says this in a polite way. If you don't know how to do these things, go and learn how to say it. Go and learn how to say no without sounding offensive. But then let your yes be yes. When you say no, let no be no. When you say I'm going to do this, let them know that yes, you are not just doing it because nobody is taking up the responsibility, but you are doing it and you are putting in your strength, your excellence, your everything, even without expecting a return. Remember, again, you are working for the Lord, so God is the rewarder, so it is not man. And how does God reward you? He puts it in the heart of man to reward you. So yes, integrity. Number two is diligence and hard work. And approach your work with enthusiasm. Approach your daily work with enthusiasm. Even when others are saying, oh, this seems difficult, this is too hard, can you handle it? Take up the challenge. Go extra mile. You're doing it unto God, not unto man. And remember that everything you do, especially for me in my field of work, every second that I come in contact with anyone, especially children, is an opportunity for you to affect a destiny. So approach your work with enthusiasm. Approach your work, go the extra mile if you have the capacity, which I know you have the capacity. And remember, it's not an eye service thing, it is unto God. You must also be willing to look for opportunities to serve others. Be ready to serve others. Remember, in our kingdom as believers, we rise by serving others. The disciples of Jesus asked him that, what's going to be the greatest? Who's going to, sit at your right hand and stay close to you or will get to heaven? Guess what Jesus did? The Bible said that Jesus went down, he washed their feet, and he said unto them that whoever wants to be the greatest among you should be the servant of others. So in the society, or in the world as a whole, their belief system, their culture is quite different from us. For the society and the culture of the world, the higher you go, the more others serve you. But for you as a believer, the higher you want to go, the lower you become, because God is the one who lifts the humble. So, and he resists the proud. I'm not saying you're proud, but yes, serving others is an opportunity for God to elevate you. Also, you must learn to handle challenges with grace. Misunderstanding, conflicts, all of these things, they are bound to happen in your place of work, even in your family. But you know what? You can change the narrative. You can decide to handle these situations with grace. You can handle them with wisdom. Sometimes you just want to be quiet and ask the Holy Spirit to help you to respond in the way that you should respond. So handle all of those things. Be patient. Be forgiving. Let your forgiveness, outdo the wrongs that people will bring to you. Handle challenges with grace. How do you respond or react to that colleague who seem very difficult? The Bible said that even your crooked bosses, you should serve them, you should respect them, and you should honor them. So yes, challenges are bound to happen. Challenges will come your way. Difficult people will come your way. But use wisdom. Ask God for wisdom. Ask God for perseverance. And take all of these things to the Lord if you feel overburdened. And the Lord will help you. Lastly, be a light. You have been called to be a light. What does light do? Light shines in darkness. I tell people, I said, if I see any colleague or anyone who is giving me attitude, I feel really bad for them, because I am not being offensive. I am not offended rather towards them. Why? Because I know that whatever you don't have, you can't give. If you don't have joy, you can't exude joy. If I see somebody who is sounding aggressive, I know that person lacks peace. So I just take it upon myself to pray for you, and I exude that peace. I teach you with my own character. Be a light. As you go about, be professional in your conduct, show kindness, be calm and yet be powerful. Kindness, professionalism, and positive attitude can be a testimony to others, can be a testimony of your faith, and you can even become a reference point to others. I remember attitude and your disposition with your professionalism can be a powerful testimony. Matthew 5:16 told us that let your light so shine before men that they may glorify your Father which is in heaven. Now, this is the thing. You are not being preachy. You are not imposing your faith, your belief on others, but rather you are living your faith. You are living out your faith through your attitude, your disposition, and people can see, so that others can see and admire and come to you and ask, how are you doing it? How are you doing things differently? So here I am challenging you to shine your light in your workplace. You can ask yourself and challenge yourself, how do I demonstrate God's love? How do I demonstrate my faith in my place of work, so that people will see and say, yes, indeed, this is a believer. Indeed, I just want to be around this person. When I am around her, she makes me happy. She makes me feel valued. So yes, take up the responsibility to show forth God's love, to shine forth your light. Remember, you are a light and you cannot be hidden. You never can be hidden except you hide yourself. So don't hide yourself. There's too much darkness going on around the world. There's too much unkind things going around the world. So you can be the difference. You can make a change by being a light, shining your light, and let people see. Thank you. See ya.